So now I'm going to present myself. I'm Anna Giro. I work with the Healthy Reefs Initiative, and I'm going to be talking about restoring the health of the Mesoamerican Reef through collaborative capacity building, monitoring, and management. So first of all, what are we? What we do at Healthy Reefs, mostly we are a common voice and vision of the importance of having healthy reefs in the whole Mesoamerican Reef. We do regular reporting of reef health through our report cards and management through our eco-audits. So our eco-audits basically are, we evaluate the implementation of management recommendations that we want for a healthier reef. We are a collaboration, so we work together with partners. We have over 75 partners working together to catalyze conservation outcomes in the Mesoamerican Reef. So one of the important things that we do is scientific capacity building for monitoring and reporting. We have 14 years of teamwork, research, and collaboration. We've done 20 monitoring trainings. We've trained 310 field biologists together with AGRA. We've done 1,737 field sites assessed for reef health monitoring. We have over 260 users for our database. We've published 7 report cards and 4 eco-audits. And now I'm going to talk a little bit more about the report cards that we do. So we have 14 years of monitoring and reporting, as I said before. We published our first report card. It was in 2008. We have the 2010, 12, 15, 18, 20, and right now we've published the 2022 Essential Reef Report Card, which is a smaller version, but our larger version, complete report card, is going to be published by November, the middle of, or end of November. So we know that long-term monitoring data is important and useful for reef restoration. So this is something that we also keep in mind when we publish our report cards. And also that reef health, our reef health report cards are based on scientific monitoring of key indicators. And our main key indicators, you can see here in the table below, is live coral cover, fleshy macroalgae cover, herbivorous fish biomass, and commercial fish biomass. So we rank them from critical being a 1 to very good being a 5. I'm going to show a little bit about our results on the 2022 report card. So basically, how is the reef doing? We've monitored throughout the year, so you can see the Reef Health Index, which is the 4 main indicators that I just talked about. It's the numbers in the middle, and basically we've gone from 2.3, then it got better to 2.8, and then it dropped, and now into 2021, it's 2.3, which means that it's in a poor condition. This data was for 234 sites that we assessed along the Mesoamerican Reef. It's all those tiny circles, triangles, and squares that you see there. Those are the 234 sites. But if we take a closer look at the data for each of the country, we can see that most of our sites are in critical and poor condition. Taking a closer look at the Reef Health Index per country, Mexico scored the best score with 2.8. Then it was followed by Honduras with 2.3, Belize with 2, and Guatemala scoring a 1.8. Comparing our data with our past report cards, we can see that we have 44% less good and very good, and twice as many critical sites. So for Mexico, Cozumel hosts the country's only very good site and 2 of its 4 good sites. The Reef Health Index in Mexico has been strongly affected by coral disease, by stony coral tissue loss disease. Chinchorro has the highest coral cover, but the Reef Health Index is impacted by few fish and high algae, which is the case in other countries as well. Taking a closer look at Belize, Guatemala, and Honduras, what we've seen is that we have too many reefs are in critical condition. For the central Belize and Turnef, we have also fair and good sites there. But if we go a little bit to the south, southern Belize, Guatemala, we have a lot of sites that are in critical and in poor condition. And again, mostly due to poor biomass of commercial herbivorous fish and the high amount of macroalgae as well. And taking a closer look at the Bay Islands on Honduras, they have a mix of health conditions. So they're a mix of everything, a little bit of everything. So now I'm going to talk about the four main indicators a little bit more. You can see the graphs. They're graphed by each of the countries and over the years how they have scored. For coral cover, we've seen that live coral cover has slowly increased over the last 15 years. But now the seas and bleaching are starting to have an impact as well. The MAR average is 19%, and we need a 5% increase to attain a good score. So this is what we're striving for. Fleshy macroalgae. Yeah, fleshy macroalgae has increased. It's mainly fueled by nutrient pollution and low herbivory across the Mesoamerican Reef. And of course, it threatens coral growth. The MAR average right now is 22%, and we need a 77% decrease to attain a good score. So for herbivorous fish biomass, of course, we needed, to graze down macroalgae. So this is an important indicator as well. The MAR average right now, it's 1,843 grams per 100 meters squared, and we need a 49% increase to attain a good score. Even though we've worked with the Healthy Reefs, we've worked a lot on protecting parrotfish along the Mesoamerican Reef, and now they are protected, but still we need, more enforcement as well. For commercial fish biomass, we're mostly talking about snappers and groupers. We see that it has, been consistently going down. And mainly, it indicates the extent of overfishing, critical habitat loss as well, potential, biodiversity loss. And for now, we need a 142% increase to attain a good score. Yeah, and you can see Guatemala, it's Guatemala, Belize, and also Honduras were in the critical, condition state in the graph. So what do we need to do? Through our report cards, we publish recommendations, but the recommendations not only come from us as Healthy Reefs, it comes from all of our partners as well. And for this year's essential report card, we recommend to fully protect 20% of the sea, invest in adequate sewage treatment as well, and prevent massive coastal developments, because we see that this is highly impacting our reefs in the Mesoamerican Reef. We have a lot of regional networks of collaboration as well that I wanted to highlight. We have the Sustainable Fisheries Network. We have the MAR Fish Network that is mostly focusing on fish spawning aggregation monitoring and evaluation. We have the Mangrove and Seagrass Network, and we have the Reef Restoration Network. So the MAR, we work along with partners, and there's a lot of networks going on, which are great as well. And well, Healthy Reefs, MAR Fund, the Fondo Mexicano para la Conservación de la Naturaleza, New Ventures Wiwala, we have partnered to implement the MAR Invest project, and this project is supported by the Global Fund for Coral Reefs, so this is something that we are really excited about. So this is mostly sustainable ocean-based economy in the MAR through market-based initiatives that make positive contributions to the health and resilience of coral reef ecosystems, but also communities. So this is something that we're starting just now. And of course, our work, we work along with partners, as I mentioned, and donors, and this can't be possible without their help. So thank you to all the partners that we have in the Mesoamerican Reef as well. And thank you.